Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is another special episode because I've decided to do this because I saw a lot of people on the World Wide Web saying that they are bored in the house and they're in the house bored, and there are a lot of things that you can do this time, and it's really important to keep ourselves busy, especially if you're suffering from anxiety and depression. It's really important to keep ourselves busy. So I've decided to do this video and give you 10 ideas of things that you can do in the house so you're no longer bored in the house and in the house bored. Before I give you the tips, I'm going to give you a bonus. So the first thing that I want you to do is to get yourself a piece of paper and a pen and find yourself a quiet place. Close your eyes and think of all the things that you said, "Oh, I wish I had the time to do this." Because I'm sure there's a lot of things that before, when you were going to work, you were saying, "Oh, I wish I had the time to do this in the house," or "I wish I had the time to do this or that." So make the list with all the things that you wished you had the time to do, because guess what? Now you have the time to do them. So you might want to do at least one of two of those things. So idea number one is to organize and declutter. I'm sure that are some areas of your house that you're not very happy with. It might be your kitchen, it might be your wardrobe, it might be any of the rooms in the house. If you want to organize and declutter, my friend, this is the time when you should do that, because you have the time. You can organize your kitchen, or you can organize your wardrobe, and you can do it by using the I haven't used this in a year method. So if you find something that you haven't used, or if you find a piece of clothing that you haven't worn in a year, then you should chuck it away or donate it. Or you can use the Marie Kondo method, which is spark joy. So you pick up the item, you look at it. If you feel that it brings you joy, then you keep it. If you feel that it doesn't bring you joy, then you chuck it away or you donate it. Bearing in mind, if you use the Marie Kondo method, you have to start with clothes and work your way up to sentimental items, because it's really hard to get rid of items that we are attached to, because they bring us a sentimental value. So start with items that have no sentimental value, and not necessarily clothes, because it might be clothes that have a sentimental value for you. But so start with items that have no sentimental values, that are just items that you use for the utility of them, and then work your way up to documents and items that have sentimental value. Idea number two is to do a good spring cleaning, because spring is almost here, and uh, all all the ladies out there who normally do spring cleaning know that this is the time for spring cleaning. We always like a nice good spring cleaning. And how many times can you say spring cleaning, spring cleaning, spring cleaning? And maybe normally you didn't have the time to do a proper in-depth cleaning, and now you do. Now is the time to go into those nooks and crannies and actually clean really good. And my tip here is, for the first idea and for the second also, so for the decluttering and organizing and for the spring cleaning, the idea is to take a picture before you start doing your thing, and then to take a picture at the end, because this way you will have a huge satisfaction to see the difference between the two pictures. You will actually, I know you normally will, but believe me, I did this myself, when you put the two pictures next to each other and you look at them, you're like, whoa, I did a really good job. Yay me. And also it will give you a reason to maybe share it with your friends and give them some ideas for things to do. Idea number three is to learn a new language. Maybe you always wanted to learn a new language and you just didn't have the time. Well, guess what? Now you do. So now is the time to get on and learn that new language. If you feel like you will need a teacher to help you with that, you will always find people that give lessons on Skype, and I'm sure that a lot of them will be really happy to actually help you with that, because maybe they will need the work, or maybe they will actually themselves be a bit bored and you will give them something to do. So try to connect with people who will help you with that if you feel like you need the help. If you feel like you can do it by yourself, there are a lot of apps that will help you with that, and there are a lot of apps that are good and they are free, so you don't need to pay anything for them, and you can get yourself on the path of learning a new language. Idea number 4 is to learn a new skill. Well, maybe you always wanted to learn to, I don't know, let's say cook. That's a skill. You have the time now to practice to do that, or any other skill that you wanted to learn. If you wanted to, let's say, learn how to communicate better, argue better, you can practice on the people that you have in the house with you, and maybe that will help them also. So utilize all the tools that you have at your disposal, and the people around you, the people in the house. And even if you don't have people in the house with you, you will always have friends, and you can use Skype, or you can use WhatsApp, you can use the internet to get in touch with them and see them, and have an argument with them, or have a conversation and develop that skill if that's what you want to do. Idea number 5 is to embrace your passions. We all have a passion, I'm sure of it, and you can still find stuff to do in the house. Even if you're in the house, you can still find stuff to do that will have something to do with your passion. So let's say you like to take pictures. You don't necessarily have to go outside to take pictures. You can take pictures of the people that are in the house with you, and learn how to take really good portrait pictures. Or you can take pictures of objects that you have in the house and learn how to do that. And you can play with different types of lights in the house, and learn how to do that. So there are different areas of a skill that you can utilize. Like, for instance, I like makeup, and now's the time where I play with colors, and I utilize that, and I just go nuts, because nobody's going to see me because I don't go outside. So I don't really have to do that for like going outside. I can do it I can play as much as I can, and I can go into my passion, and I can be crazy in the house because only my husband and my cats will see me. Idea number 6 is self-care. This is the time for you to practice all the self-care rituals that you didn't have the time to do. So get on that meditation, get on that mask, get on that bubble bath that you like to do. Do all the things that you enjoy and that tell you those are just for you and just for your soul and your body. You can also do massage. You don't really need to go to a massage parlor to have a massage. You can practice with your partner and massage each other. Idea number 7 is exercise. It's really important to keep our body moving, especially because we are enclosed, and you don't really need to go to the gym or need to go outside to keep yourself moving. You only need yourself and sometimes a yoga mat, and that's one of the exercises that you can do. You can do yoga, you can do Pilates, you can do aerobics. I've been doing Tai Chi, for instance, and for that you don't even need a yoga mat. You just need yourself and a bit of space. Especially again, if you suffer from anxiety and depression, it's really important to keep your body moving, because that will keep your mind sane. Advice number 8 is to find and connect with people that you admire. I'm sure all of you, as me, follow people on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter or on all the social media that you find they're interesting people and you admire them. Well, this is the time to actually connect with them, because you actually have a subject, you actually have a reason to connect with them, and believe me, they will definitely enjoy people coming to them and asking them how they are, if they're doing all right, if they're coping all right with everything. You always appreciate people asking you if you're right, and the love coming from you. And this is your window of opportunity to connect with them and ask them questions. Everybody's in the same situation that you are, and everybody is going through the same emotions. And because even if they're famous or even if they're well known, they're still people, so they still have the same range of emotions as you do. Advice number 9 is to read a book. I'm sure we all have a pile of books that we wish we have time to read. I have my pile, and now is time to actually pick one from the pile and get started on reading it, and hopefully you'll be able to finish it by the time the isolation is over. So get on reading and get that book out. That will keep you entertained. If you don't really feel like reading, you can listen to a book. There's a lot of audiobooks out there, and you can combine listening to a book with doing some of the other activities that I suggested, like you can listen to an audiobook whilst you organize your wardrobe or whilst you do your spring cleaning. So you do 2 in 1, and that will keep you well entertained. And advice number 10, and the last one, is to play a game. We are all children at heart, and we never stop playing. So this is the time to embrace that inner child, and especially if you have children in the house, play with them, get to that child level and embrace your inner child and play all sorts of games with them. And they will appreciate that, and believe me, you will enjoy that time more than you actually imagine. If you don't have children in the house, you can still play with your partners or with your roommates, and you don't necessarily have to have board games in the house, which I think most people go to. You can just have a deck of cards, and there are a lot of games that you can play with a deck of cards. If you don't have anybody in the house with you, there are games that you can play online and that you can interact with other people online. And again, they are in the same situation as you are, so connect with other people and just go to that child in you and give it some fun. Okay, my darlings, that was all. I hope that these 10 suggestions of mine will keep you entertained for the time being. If you have more suggestions, or if you have things that you're doing in the house that are keeping you entertained, leave us a comment in the comment section below, so we can practice or put them in practice also. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, so you will see new videos every week. And don't forget to love yourself and love life with everything that it has to offer. Bye.